What's up guys, my name's Tom and welcome to Crusader Kings III. Now I'm very excited for this game. I've had thousands of hours on the other Paradox games besides maybe Impero Tour, but we'll forget about that one. And now Crusader Kings III is here. I've decided to jump in as Asturias. I've got about 2 hours in this game where I played as Leon and the 1066 start date. But I decided that the 867 start date as Asturias would be fascinating. Now, Asturias is really interesting because it is a very mountainous region, and historically, the Muslims never conquered it. In fact, it became a bastion for Christian nobles, and then became the cradle of the Reconquista. I don't know if that is how this campaign is going to play out, but that's what we're going to try. So our king is King Aldefonso III. He's 19 years old, decent martial. He's actually pretty good at combat. That's what CK3 has added, is prowess, which is your ability to fight, and it's separate from martial. Martial is your ability to command as such. He is brave, honest, callous, skilled tactician, flexible leader, and quick. So he's pretty good. Obviously he's not married and we don't have any alliances. Also we only have 505 troops, so we're not exactly in the best position. First thing we're going to do is try and find ourselves a wife. Now, with CK3, your wife is now a king's position and her stats directly play into yours, or you can change that. And sometimes I like to choose a wife that is strong in the same stats as me. And sometimes I like a wife that's stronger in stats that I might not be. But I think most importantly, we need an alliance. And an alliance with West Francia, such as the two that are in front of me, would be very prudent. I think Princess Hildegard is potentially better. Diligent, wrathful, ambitious, as opposed to sadistic, cynical, and wrathful. I'm going to go with Hildegard. They will accept, so that's lucky. We'll send that proposal straight away. We need to nominate a successor. Clearly, we have elective succession, and I can nominate my sister, or my uncle, or my aunt, or I have a brother. Well, that's alright. I believe I'm going to nominate my brother. And on that note, let's have a look at our family. So we have 5 siblings, and our mother is also still alive. Our 5 siblings, one which appears to be blind, is our brother, who's also a spy monster. But he's also only got 4 intrigue, so I think I'm going to be replacing that. Our sister, who is the Queen of Navarra. Yes, Navarra, very small Spanish kingdom. Our brother, who's 16, also needs a wife. Is he in our court? I think he is. Let's get him a wife. Oh no, he's in our brother's court. Okay, well, let's hope he finds a wife. Then we have a 14-year-old brother who is also not in our court. And our 12-year-old brother who's also not in our court. And let's be honest, they're not exactly the best bunch. We'll also choose our lifestyle. Martial, that's our education. We're going to be fighting wars, or I believe we're going to be fighting wars, so let's go martial. Here you can choose a lifestyle focus. Typically, I would go for the martial. Because if it works the same way it does in CK3, you get more levies for more martial. Levies in this game aren't that great. You prefer the man-at-arms regiments, but more troops on the battlefield makes it easier to win battles. The prowess is also attractive, but I don't think it's going to give us that extra step we need. So I'm going to go with the martial. I'm going to go with the strategy focus. With this chosen, we will now gain martial experience, which allows us to take these perks. As you can see, we already have the Stalwart Leader perk, which gives us 4 prowess. Probably one of the reasons that we already have decent prowess. And as you can see, high prowess makes it more likely that you're going to survive if you're leading an army, and we might be. Historically, medieval kings did like to lead their armies because, as the Romans found out, if you give your armies away, then the generals gain the affection of their men, and they might just stab you in the back. Apart from that, we've got 8 issues. We're not endorsed by our Archbishop. He doesn't like us, so we're going to sway him. I could seduce him, but we're not going to do that. So we'll start that scheme. We have a powerful vassal that demands council position, so let's try and fix our council. So we're going to get rid of our brother, who is a horrible, horrible spymaster. And we're going to give it to Count Gutier Armanek. Yeah, get it, butchered his pronunciations. He's 57, but he is, as indicated by this powerful red fist, he's a powerful vassal that's not on the council. Our brother, who is trash, is also a powerful vassal, but I'm not going to allow him to stay as spymaster with 4 intrigue. As you can see, this guy's also got a negative opinion. Now, normally you don't want someone who's got a negative opinion on as your spymaster, but by giving him this position, I'm convinced that he'll have positive. And the reason you don't want a negative opinion is because they will scheme and potentially just murder you behind your back. And as you can see, he's now in the council. He's got 27 opinion. We've got Roderico here, who's got 15 stewardship. He's pretty good. He doesn't like me too much because he desires our counties, but I think we're just going to leave him be. So now we're going to tell our councillors what to do. This guy, religious relations, that's fine. I could get him to fabricate a claim, but I'm not there yet. We've got Duke Wimar. No, I'm just not going to do it. I think I'm going to get him on domestic affairs. He can continue, Asturias can continue collecting taxes, that's fine. Our marshal can organise the levies, that's also fine. And our spymaster can. We're not murdering anyone at the moment, so we'll just get him to disrupt schemes. Finding secrets is quite good, but it's not something I desire right now. So, do we have any claims? We do. We have plenty of claims. And my brother's now my heir, which we already knew because we voted for. They're mostly claims in my own kingdom. So, I'm not in the mood to really try and pursue any of those. We also have 4 holdings, as you can see from the top right. They are these blue texts that show up, and if you scroll in a bit further, it tells you how many troops you get from them. So basically, Leon's the only one that's doing anything good, although Oviedo gives us quite a bit of money. Let's get the ball rolling and see what happens. In terms of other issues, we can declare war against the Sultan of the Umayyad Sultanate. It's not ideal, and on Count Hastine. We're also getting married, that's good. Who is... Where is this guy? And I am going to take the money from us. Oh, he's up here. We could declare war, a holy war against him, because he is a... Where does it say? He is a Norse. A Norse? He's a Viking that is clearly settled in the area. So we could take... Or we could try and take that. I'm not sure it's the best idea. Meanwhile... We can create titles, which basically cost a lot of money. You get prestige, and then it makes it easier to manage a realm. But again, we don't have the money, so we're not going to do that. So now we're just going to sit and wait. So as you can see, now that we're married, our wife is on assist ruler, which means that her stats directly feed into mine. As you can see, +2 martial, +1 diplomacy, etc., etc. We could get her to focus on one specific part, and that's potentially not too bad. Chivalry, definitely is enticing. It's +5, that would take us up to 21. Oh, actually, no, it would. What am I talking about? It'd take us up to 24. Because we've already got +2 from this, so +5, 24. As you can see, our soldiers in the top right again, but obviously left of the domain, is no longer 500. It's now 1,500, or almost 1,600. But they're only decent quality, so quality plays a part in whether or not you're going to win a battle. If you've got enough troops, and even if they're bad, it doesn't really matter. But if you have superior quality, and it's an even fight, then it does make a huge difference. Especially in the amount of soldiers killed, and morale, and all that good stuff. But we'll just leave her on assist ruler for now, until anything happens where I need a specific stat. So from what I can just tell, the Umayyads have just exploded, and I'm not really sure why. Are they at war? They're not at war. Was it an independence faction? Potentially. But this gives us a good opportunity as our steward just gives us some gold. This gives us a good opportunity to try and take some land. Now ideally we'd have piety, and we could get a duchy. We can't. So we'll just do a county, and we'll get the county of Valladolid. And we're going to declare war straight away. Now in CK3 you've just got this button which raises your troops automatically. We'll go to Valladolid, and we're also going to call in the French. Now it hurts prestige, or at least it did when I was playing in my tutorial. Yep, lose 350 prestige. I think it's worth it. So, who's commanding the army? We're commanding the army, and I think that's worth it. As much as it's a risk to our own health, I think it is the right decision. 26 Marshal is extremely good in this game, and we're 20 years old. I mean, we've got an heir, it's our brother, so... Now, as you can see, our income matches our expenses, so we're not losing money. We've got enough money in the bank. I'm going to leave it in case we need mercenaries, which I don't think we will. As long as the French actually come down, which it looks like. Oh, that's not the French. Where are the French? Probably not even French at this point. Franks. Oh, there they are. Yeah, they're coming down. 5,000 soldiers. Should be easy. My saviours. Muslims just going to run away. I guess I probably should. The first battle of the war, and I'm not even going to take part. The French can actually... Oh, we've won the siege of Valladolid, so it's going to move on. The French are too slow, so they're just going to chase this army all the way across Spain. There we go, first battle of the war. First battle of the campaign. It's going to be an easy win. I can't see it. Oh, I can see it. Don't even worry. See, as you can see, elite quality, or superior quality, and high quality. There was a... Muslims had an advantage in terms of quality, but it couldn't save them from 5,000. You know, if you're outnumbered 5 to 1, quality is not exactly your biggest problem. So we've unlocked a new perk for our martial tree lifestyle. I'm getting used to the lingo. Now we could go down gallant, which increases our romance and elope scheme power, which I don't really care. Knight effectiveness plus 75% is a lot though, and I'll show you why. So now, if we pause, if you see down here we have 7 knights in our army. These are essentially actual characters that are part of your army, and they do extremely intense amounts of damage. And the better they are, so you have in your army, the better it is. There is a limit. Don't know what it is. I honestly don't know what influences. I'm sure I'll learn with more than 2 hours in the game. But plus 75% effectiveness is big. Beyond that, we've got Overseer, Serve the Ground, Natural Dread. That's decent because Dread is basically fear. It's how much your vassals fear you, and you know, it's better to be loved than feared, but it's better to be feared than dead. And then we've got Bellum Justum, which reduces the Casus Belli cost. Since we're in Spain, we can basically do Holy Wars for the next 300, or if you're being historical, the next 600 years, so I don't think Casus Belli is hugely important for us. And also, if you look down here, once you complete a tree, you get one of these traits, and I do believe that we would want to keep going down the Gallant tree. I'm going to look quickly at the other ones. What you get? Fort level +1, it's decent. Army maintenance. We will go Chivalric Dominance. And now to continue the war. So we're going to march over. There's currently mountains here, so we couldn't just walk over into the Umayyad territory. There was also an army over here, but they ran away because they know that we are superior. And by we, I mean the French, and I'm just kind of along for the ride. But anyway, it's a team effort. Teamwork makes the dream work. Hallelujah! My wife is pregnant. Hopefully it's a son. No offense to all the women out there, but we're in the early Middle Ages. I mean, I guess it's elective, so it doesn't really matter. But I want a son. I'm sitting around the map table with Infantio Roderico and Mayor Rosta, discussing our strategy for the ongoing war. Roderico bangs his fist on the table and loudly proclaims, "We should charge the enemy directly and crush them with the sheer might of our armies," while Roston sits back and patiently advocates for us to secure critical locations and wait for the enemy to come to us. Instead, it is my right to decide our ultimate course of action. Normally, you're just presented with these three options, but because I am very good at Martial, I get this fourth option, which is basically the best of all of them. So we gain improved offense and improved defense, which just makes it better for us attacking and defending, as you'd imagine. So we'll click that one. I know how to employ both strategies. A 55% war score. It's all good right now. The Umayyads have been caught up in a battle with, I believe, one of our vassals. I'm going to go up there and see if I can help them out. Oh, they're retreating. So the answer is no. So we'll just go back to sieging. We're on 68%. We've got this army over here. Sort of being annoying, especially since that is the war goal. So actually we're going to run over there, and I believe the French are going to follow us. Apparently the AI has been completely reworked in this game so that they'll actually support you instead of pursuing their own ambitions, especially if they've joined you in the war as an ally. So that's good. Although potentially not the most ideal scenario in this case, but I guess, you know, they're the military might, I'm just here for the ride. I'm going to siege it down. I really want to get a first battle of this campaign, a first battle for us as soldiers, but as soldiers, as a nation, as a kingdom. There we go. That's the right terminology. Looks like they're running away, so I'm just going to go back here. And I have had a son, Alerico. That's actually not a bad name. I don't mind that. I've never heard that name before. And it is a son. Does he have any good stats? No, he's just a normal person. Which is, you know, he's not inbred, so it's a win-win. So I'm actually going to keep that name, because I quite like that name. We are Visigoths, which is interesting. I mean, historically accurate, it's period accurate. But essentially we're just Germans that came to Spain, or Iberia, and adopted the Roman ways, but obviously not completely. And so now we're living in Spain as good Catholics, and we're going to hope to push back the Islamic tide. But may you grow to be strong and wise, my son Alarico. Hopefully not retarded. And they've just given up the siege for some reason. Maybe they thought that we were going to be attacking, but they were wrong. I don't really have the soldiers to challenge this. I guess with our improved offense and defense, it might be worthwhile. You will probably lose. It's not ideal, but I think the French might be following us. Will they win the siege before we get there? Potentially. It's going to be close. They did. Well, that's unlucky, because now we're attacking rather than defending. It's definitely not a good encounter. I'm going to run away. We've got an empty council position because our steward just died in that battle. We'll give it to our powerful vassal. 10 stewardship, it's not ideal, but they'll have to do. And now we're actually losing this war, which is weird. That one battle just turned the tide. Oh no, because they sieged down our capital. That's why. And we don't have the war goal. And the French are just standing there, as, you know, as they do. Might be a time to get mercenaries. And if the French actually do something. Since we're doing a holy war, we can actually ask the Pope for some money. I'm going to do that, even though he's not exactly our biggest fan. But I think mercenaries are definitely on the table, just to help get this war over the line. So for our second perk, third perk, but our second one we're choosing. Again, courtship doesn't really tickle the fancy, so we'll go for never back down. Meanwhile up here, we're about to win the siege of Pravia. And clearly Oviedo is not exactly the best place for a capital, because since in Crusader Kings III there's no naval battles, I can't exactly stop them from just landing troops on the capital and sieging it down. And as you can tell, it does quite a lot for the war score. Let's see what the French are doing. They're on their capital, so that's a good place for us. We've got 10 issues now. Just prisoners can be ransomed, powerful vassals, lawfully imprisonment. Nothing huge. I'm just going to leave it for now. The war's almost over. Probably could have done it better. Didn't do it better, so 872. I always think, like, look at how low scale this fighting is, but it's not low scale, is it? Like, and now gone to 2% just because they sieged back the war goal, so hopefully we can defeat this army. I'm not convinced. The chances are even. It's not filling me with confidence. But we should get there. Oh, never mind. Am I going to chase this army down? I think so. We've discovered a secret. Do we want the secret? Who is it? Reveal my steward, who's 42. He quite likes me. I'll gain stress, but I do think it's good to have secrets on your vassals. So for what? The third time? In terms of completing it. Oh, someone's trying to seduce me. A lowborn. Do I want a lowborn? Not particularly. She has got a lot of intrigue, but no, I don't. I'm a good Catholic. Look at me. I'm holy warring, reconquistering. Is that a word? Is that a verb? Okay, it is now. After my army sets up camp, I hear a commotion. After my army sets up camp, I hear a commotion coming from my knight's lodgings. Investigating the stones, I find Theodemiro and Infante Geton in the middle of a heated argument while several onlookers edge at them on. Could deliver a speech, 46% chance of success, but if I succeeded, it'd be pretty good. If I don't, then I lose a bit of prestige, not huge. Have them whipped for delinquency, that's decent. They probably get, well they do, they both get wounded and they both don't like me. Is that a huge thing? One's my uncle, he quite likes me, and one is just a knight who doesn't like me that much. Or I can just lose 35 prestige. I think I'm going to try the diplomacy challenge though. What is my diplomacy anyway? It's not bad, it's average. Yeah, we'll try it. Now I can get involved. So I failed, essentially. My plea is for us to all put aside our differences, fall on deaf ears as the spat turns into an all-out roar. Drinks and food go flying as people start throwing tankards and packs around. I can lose 75 prestige, or I can just get involved. I'm going to get involved, and I've been wounded. It's a minor wound, though. But a flesh wound. And so we'll continue. There we go, play. Interesting event. I'm kind of glad. Flavoursome. Given that, we're at Valladolid for the 4th time, I think I've already said that, but... The fate of the Visigoths. Long ago our ancestors, see this is what I was talking about before, long ago our ancestors migrated to the Iberian Peninsula and built their first settlements. We have lived here for generations since then, the land shaping us as much as we have shaped the land. It is time to ask ourselves, are we still Visigoths, or are we something new entirely? So I can become... Oh, no, that is a mouthful. Asturianese? Asturianese. Or... we will not abandon the traditions of our ancestors. But it just says you do not control at least 80% of all Visigothic counties. So does that mean I have to? I think it does. I have to become Asturianese. Out of curiosity, is there a culture map mode? There must be, right? Yes. Alright. Curious. Visigothic. What? So I actually have to control them directly? Because I kind of do. But interestingly, I guess I'm not that interested in it. We're the only Visigoths, so it doesn't really matter if we're Visigoth or not. I was just curious if maybe there was Visigoths still in other parts of the world. Alright, yeah, let's become Asturianese. Oh yeah, I can't click the Visigothic one, so Asturianese, that's what it is, right? And so the whole culture is just Asturianese. What does that mean for... Oh, sorry. What does that mean for our ambitions? Anything? I don't think so. And my wife's pregnant again. Now it doesn't matter. And we've won a war as well. Wow. What a successful couple of months. 19th of October, 872. We lost the only battle we took part in, but we've won the war. That's all that matters. Essentially, all we did is siege down Valladolid. So we'll get the territory. We'll get 100 prestige based on contribution. Probably means we'll get about 1 prestige. 50 devotion, which is what is devotion? I don't know. Don't know what devotion is. Is that piety? Each point of devotion a character gets increases their progress towards the next level of devotion. When a character gains piety, they will also gain an equal amount of devotion. So it's not piety, but it's like piety, and if you get piety, you also get devotion, but if you get devotion, you don't always get piety. Interesting. And we gain... Wait, Catholicism's further decreases, but I've been forcing demands. This doesn't make any sense. Our further decreases by 3, but further's good. And an organ. Oh, okay, alright. And a type of Islam gains further, but that doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. So you lose further from winning holy wars? Shouldn't it be the other way around? I don't know. Either way, we've won the war, I think. Please don't bug out. To the cocky King Aldefonso. May you be sewn up alive in the belly of a dead camel. What's a camel? I live in Spain. I guess we might have known what the camels are. The Romans had camels in places, so I guess we probably didn't know what a camel is. But anyway, you're a much greater foe than I imagined. Yes, I am. Even though I didn't do anything, it's actually just France. In order to put an end to this bloodshed, I will comply with your demands. Signed, Sultan Muhammad Ibn Abd al-Rahman of the Umayyad Sultanate. That is a mouthful as well. But from what I know, Ibn is just son of, so it's Muhammad, son of Abd al-Rahman, Umayyad Sultanate. So be it. Victory. Look at this. Valladolid. It's now ours. And this nice little pop-up. Disband all armies. Good stuff. Heaps of money. Your brother is my heir. My brother's my heir. Isn't that already a thing? So we have low control in counties, but what we can do about that is get our marshal to increase control of county. Valladolid, I think, is going to be the one I do. Yep. We're not endorsed by old mate here, the Archbishop, yet. I probably could send him a gift. I have a lot of money. It'll increase my opinion of him, his opinion of me. And so now he does endorse me, which is good because I actually don't know. I just know it's good. I don't know what it does, but it's good. Probably should do some more research. And we can start ransoming our prisoners because obviously the war is over, so I don't have any use for them. And this is where I'm going to leave you. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to see another episode, let me know in the comments. And a like and a subscription is always appreciated. See you for now.